So what's up, SRL League fans, and welcome to a little interview here today. Today I got Jensen Randle, two-time SRL League champion, with me together. Jensen, how are you doing?
Pretty good.
That is good to hear. First of all, man, congratulations to becoming a two-time SRL League champion, the first of its kind. How does it feel to be the first SRL League double world champion?
Uh, it was alright. Like, I don't know, this season felt like, I don't know. Uh, it's a shame that it wasn't much. I mean, Logan really put on a good fight, but it's a shame that he got so unlucky there because it felt quite straightforward. Going about it, as I missed like 5 races, but um. overall, yeah, probably one of my best seasons in league racing statistically. I think 14 wins are the most I've ever got, so yeah, I could be happy about that. But yeah, definitely, I think it definitely should have been much closer given if we had like the equal luck and all that.
Yeah, obviously luck always plays a part in the championship. But coming back to winning that championship, did you celebrate the win at all, or did you take it all in calmly, as we usually know you?
Well, I think when I secured it, I wasn't even racing when the race happened
Exactly.
where I secured it. Um, so I don't know really. I couldn't really say. Probably just happy, I guess. But there was nothing much more to it, of course. Of course, if it's earlier as well in the season, then it doesn't feel as good as like a final race decider or something.
They obviously had it all building up with, I mean, it was looking good from the beginning of the season, so the surprise factor wasn't really there, I guess.
Yeah.
Um, how does this championship feel different compared to your first one?
Um, I mean, I think the first one, of course, Andrea, like the first 7 races in the season, you'd think this is gonna go like right all the way to the end, but um, I think yeah, I hit a switch in the middle of that season that's just gone from that point on all the way to the end of this season, and yeah, haven't really found myself out of that, to be honest. And it's probably relate to all my leagues as well. I've just somehow found some crazy luck or pace or whatever it is, and yeah, I've got to where I am now, so something I could be proud of.
Yeah, most definitely. You just mentioned Andrea Latrella. Obviously, that was your main rival last season. This season, it was Logan Rand who had you on your heels all season. But did you ever feel any significant pressure?
Um, Definitely in some races, yeah. Um, like even tracks where, of course, Logan's on the controller, I'm on the wheel. Even on like the wheel-based tracks, he had some crazy pace like Mexico, Canada. But of course, he got unlucky with disconnects, which pretty much threw him out of the winning contention. But um, yeah, even that, I think almost all the races he definitely put on some pressure. I think there was definitely probably a couple of races where um, didn't really feel much of it, but the rest of them definitely.
Yeah, definitely. If we reflect the entire season, was there a race this season that sticks out to you? Like one race that was special to you?
Oh, I think Australia was definitely one that was probably one of my best, because I think I came from P8 on the softs on the final stint, trying to risk a different strategy, and I ended up managing to pass everyone and managed to get to the lead and hold on, which definitely felt really good. Um, I don't know about any. I'd say Brazil as well was a really fun battle with Logan. I somehow managed to hang on at the end of the race as well. Um, but any others, I don't really know if there were any others, to be honest.
Yeah, those were definitely two great races. If you remember back at Australia, for example, when you put that move onto Logan Orand in the dying stages of the race, going to turn 3, or also Australia, Brazil, obviously the last race of the season when you were battling with Alexi and Logan for the race win. Those were definitely two great races and also great to watch. We just mentioned your teammate Alexi Koivunami. How does the close relationship with your teammate Alexi help you both perform as a team?
I mean, I've known Alexi for quite a while now. I'd say the last 3 years I've known him, or 3.5 years. No, not three. Did it say 3.5 years? No, for 2.5 years. Mixing up the years there. But yeah, I've known him for quite a while. We've won constructors championships with him in various leagues, like FRL and of course the SRL, GT3. When we were first teammates here, and of course, we got to build like a relationship as teammates at the end of last season, and then of course that built into this season. And of course I think he definitely let me through quite a few times. He's helped me quite a few times, but yeah, he's not really a pushover. But I don't know, really, like.
I mean, both of you obviously seem to have a great relationship on and off the track, and I think that definitely helped the Mercedes team over the season. Obviously, you guys also claimed the Constructors' Championship. Also, congratulations to that, basically getting the double. You both were teammates this and last season, but when you joined back in Season 5, looking back at Season 5, when you joined SRL towards the end of the season, you were very inconsistent and got involved in a lot of incidents. What did you change to become one of the most consistent drivers in SRL League history just a season later?
Well, I mean, it was 8 races, wasn't it, at the end of Season 5. I did 4 of those on the pad. Of course, my first race, I think I got the front row, but I got caught up in a turn 1 collision, and then of course crashed out at Radion. So it wasn't the greatest end to that one, but I got 3 other podiums after that. Like Mexico was tough because, of course, I think SRL like on that season was definitely peaking for like competitiveness, and Mexico was one of those races where, like, one of those lost races for me, because I was on for winning the race, and then of course the safety car came out with like half a lap to go until the safety car couldn't come out, and that hurt. And yeah, I went on to wheel after that race. I got 3 DNFs in a row. Just, I think in all my leagues at that point I was struggling to get up to speed with it, but at the end of the season I came in 2nd in Brazil, so it was nice to end it that way and carry some sort of prospect into the new season on the wheel. And of course, yeah, saw the next season it just of course keeps on building and building, and then yeah.
Yeah, obviously what followed after this was simply unbelievable. 27 race wins, 2 championship. I don't know if you've realized what you've accomplished in your almost 3 years here, but so many records were broken. Do you look at these kind of things at all?
I do, yeah. Like, I think I've won 80% of like all the races since I won in Silverstone in Season 6, and that 9 race wins in a row streak. And after that, I've only not won the race on 4 occasions out of, I think it was 28 times. So yeah, I definitely look at these stats and all that. I always look at my league racing stats. always like carry it on to new seasons to build up on them, but I don't have to build up on SRL. I think I probably got the best I could.
Yeah, your name is on top of most statistics basically, and I think they're going to stay there for some time, but they're obviously not going to be any higher because obviously you decided to call it a day. You announced your retirement quite early in the season, which came a little bit as a shock. You obviously ended your SRL League career on a really high note, winning the championship. What led you to the decision to retire after the current season, especially so early on in the year?
It wasn't just for the current season. It was initially for like all my leagues, but I don't know. I had a change of mind, and I found some form of started enjoying it again. But even if, of course, it's in the middle of Saturday, SRL, and I think next year I'm not going to be able to commit to that as much as I could. So that's one part of it, and of course the second part of it, I don't know, just to cut down on the leagues as well, to have lesser leagues, try and focus on the really top tier kind of leagues like PSGL and WR and all that.
So we already picked up a little bit on that. What's next for you after your SRL F1 driving career?
I don't know. Of course, I've joined VSR and going for F1 esports challenges, hopefully for next game. And if I could make it to the Pro Exhibition, that would be something. But I think there's still a long way to go, and of course I need to try and gather some money and try and upgrade from the current wheel at the moment, because I don't think a G29 is going to get me there, despite where I am right now. But yeah.
You just picked up on VSR, obviously the esports team you are a part of. You've been in you have quite a lot of experience with F1 esports teams. What would you say is the biggest benefit of being in an esport team like this?
They just help. You have help, and like all the guys behind you, behind the scenes. If you're like struggling with anything, you could ask, and you're always bound to get a word, or setups, or engineers, or anything that relates to that. And I think, yeah, over the time I've been, which is only this game, I've been in teams, found it really beneficial. And sometimes I think occasionally it has managed to come in and give me some of my best races. So yeah.
Well, I think that's pretty much a wrap. Do you have any final words you'd like to share with our SRL League viewers?
No, just thank you, I guess, for anyone who supports me, I guess. And yeah, for next season, hopefully my teammate Alexi, if he stays on, he'll be the one I'll be rooting for the championship. Of course, Logan as well. I think Logan will be definitely the favourite for next season, depending who joins. But I think, yeah, gonna be rooting on my teammate.
That's for sure. Well, thank you, Jensen, for the little chat here, and I wish you all the best for the future, and obviously a massive thank you for all you've done for us over the years.
Thank you for allowing me to join the league in the first place back along, I think it was in March 2020, so
yeah,
come a long way. But yeah, thank you.
Most definitely. Well, that's it with the interview with double world champion, double SRL League world champion Jensen Randle. I hope you guys enjoyed this one. Obviously we're currently under the summer break. We'll get going again in September with season 8. Be prepared for that. My name is Sandro. I hope you enjoyed this video. Subscribe to the channel to see more SRL content. Leave a like if you enjoyed. Also check out our Instagram account. Link is down below in the description. I've been Sandro, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye.